Hello, I'm the Media Whiz, because one art form wasn't enough. Podcasts! If you remember my top 11 misfires video, I said I wasn't the world's biggest fan of podcasts. Nothing against them, it's just there's so many of them for me to actually keep track of. With that said, there are podcasts out there that I do like. The Flophouse, Double Toasted, and The Big Three, just to name a few. As of now, I think the only podcast I actually gave some criticism towards was Tipsy Gentleman in my top 11 misfires video. Which, for the record, Tipsy Gentleman is still the worst podcast on the entire internet. Hey! Not only was this a requested review by a fan and a friend, this is a requested review by content that the requester actually makes. In this case, Mike Mixtape.
Welcome to Cinema Royale. I am Mike Mixtape.
Mike started uploading short videos, kicked around a few potential music reviews, a couple reaction videos and such, until 2013, Cinema Royale was conceived. The podcast features Mike, Jaime Tude from Pages to Pictures, Anna Matt from Animation Look Back, and Morgan from Vaulting, taking looks at various different movie topics like movie genres, actors, franchises, and other such related topics.
Anyways, tonight we are going to discuss all about British films from Britain itself, because we haven't had a discussion about international films in a long time. Since season 1 we've talked about Canadian films.
Not only have they had critics do guest appearances, but they also have a new member to their roster, Devin Cook, who's nice.
Hi everybody, yes, I'm back from God knows how long I've been since on the last podcast, but I'm here, I'm cute, and I'm happy to be here.
As for their earliest videos, there are two noticeable criticisms. The intro was way too long, and it was just an audio podcast with no visuals aside from the logo. By season 2, they fixed that up by giving us visuals with their Skype recordings, and the intro was shortened as well, which is a good thing. An intro that goes on way too long is kinda irritating.
Sometimes the intro song goes on for far too long.
Now with this review, we're going to be doing something a little different, as we're going to be breaking the criticisms down into categories, similar to other reviewers like Spaz Master and Critiquing the Critics. Category number 1, humor. While I wouldn't say they're the funniest podcast around, they still have a lot of charm whenever they entertain each other.
At least he wouldn't be... If I were there with him, he wouldn't be in on tube.
4 screens, 4 dimensions, and flying out at you in dimensions unfathomable.
And you could also smell us, too.
Smell-o-vision? I didn't know that was invented yet.
Yeah, all I just do is just scratch the screen, take a good whiff, and... We live in a world where we still have stripper firemen?
It's like a Rule 30. It's like a Rule 34 version of the smog monster from Godzilla.
Oh, that makes sense.
Oh, that's terrible.
What are you talking about?
That's how it ends.
Wait,
You watched it with us.
Wait, what?
You watched it with us. That's how it
That's
ends.
how it ended?
Yes.
Come on.
You know what?
Okay, I'm
you know,
sorry.
we can't do this because I have to, in order to get where we're going, I have to say the words Elf Prince.
Most of the comedy, as well as the third category, all come down to their personalities. Morgan is the quirky one, Anna Matt is bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, Jaime Tude is the laid-back one, and Mike is the perfect host, always knowing what to say and when to step in.
Hello, welcome to Cinema Royale, where we explode geekdom when it comes to cinema. I'm your host, Mike Mixtape, and we're kind of a little shorthand here with co-hosts today. I'll kind of explain briefly. Jada is a little pooped out after going to a Broadway show called Once. Matt Brunet, also known as Animat, had a weekend-long bachelor party, which should be interesting enough to figure out what happened.
This is definitely what makes a podcast work, when people have fun, and here, it's no exception. Without a doubt, their funniest episode has to be their commentary on That's My Boy. You will see 4 men break.
What?
Is this a prank? You motherfucker!
Oh! What is it?
You son of a bitch! I knew it!
Morgan, just want to let you know.
Fuck you! Not only that, but humor also derives from the wacky antics they do on the show.
I think I broke him.
No, okay.
You know what? Let's see if I can do this.
You know what?
See if I
I
can
think...
do this. Oh, yes!
James!
Yes, I've done it!
done it!
Matt, I think we're the sane ones now.
Category 2, production. While they started off with one static image, the logo, it was definitely the most minimal a podcast could be, similar to, well, other non-visual podcasts. But again, they eventually fixed that, introducing the Skype recordings as visuals. Just like with the humor, it's not the most professional thing in the world, but it's decent for a podcast of its size.
I'm just gonna research extra films to see if I missed anything.
Like what? What other films?
Well, for starters, the last movie I saw him in was The Swing Vote, and that was just not good.
The only criticism I have towards some of the production in these videos is, in a couple of them, Morgan tends to whisper a lot. Then again, that's what happens when you're recording a podcast and you're in a house full of people. You don't want to be too loud and you'll come off as rude. Hang on. I'm still not pleased about that tipsy gentleman comment. Oh my god. Chris, I'm in the middle of something, alright? It's rude to interrupt. Yeah, well, I'm trying to record a video over there and I can't record because you're talking too loud. Go suck a popsicle, alright? I'm busy. I'm trying to film a video, and he calls me rude. Yeah, sure. I'll show him. Yeah. Lastly, we come to category number 3, the information/criticisms. Since Jaime Tude, Morgan, and Anna Matt are all big film buffs, no pun intended, they, along with Mike, all seem to have a grasp of film criticism as well as vast knowledge of filmmaking and the entertainment industry as a whole. Since they're reviewers for a website, they should. And when they review, they're typically more analytical when they discuss. Just like other movie podcasts.
I had a glorious section of watching the Puppet Master Saga, not on DVD, but as DVD rips. And while I admit some of them got a little bit better, it's a terrific series to sleep to. I mean, if you need to just pop something in and have the TV running, and just jump right in bed there, and keep going. It'll put you right to sleep. It's guaranteed.
As for their opinions, like I said before, it all just comes down to whether you like them or not. If you agree with them, that's good. You may not agree, but that's the beauty of having opinions, right?
Well, yes, as Mike hinted, I'm the only one that doesn't like this movie. I will admit, when it came out, I remembered seeing commercials for it, and I went, this looks stupid. I didn't even see it. I thought, this is a terrible idea. I was not interested.
While they may get some information wrong, it really isn't that big of a deal, since it's a podcast that's filmed all off the bat.
It and then blank, like in the title, so I don't know, I was getting that kind of vibe. I'm like, it follows meets Jaws.
But Don't Breathe is set in a mansion, sort of.
Or at least a house. I mean, that's what I'm thinking. Stevie, what the hell are you talking about?
It's for a new movie. What the hell? Okay, I'm sorry. I'm wrong.
I mean, the only water-based movie that's kind of like that was The Shallows, but...
The Shallow, that's what it was. Sorry, I got It Breathes and Shallow wrong.
So if you like movie reviews and you like podcasts, I highly recommend Cinema Royale, along with some of the other experimental podcasts that Mike made, like Attack of the Awesome. Oh yeah, I guess I also have to talk about best and worst episode. Best episode, obviously that goes to the That's My Boy commentary. And worst, I'm just gonna go with the first one. It's kind of boring and it's not the most professional. Then again, you have to expect that with most pilot videos anyway. Well, I'm the Media Whiz, because one art form wasn't enough.